I used to hate Muslims.
You were one of those.
Yeah.
You hated Muslims.
Yeah.
That's amazing. When we say Jesus was Jewish but he was Muslim, how do you put the two together?
Well, he's from the children of Israel.
Okay.
So we believe he's from that tribe.
So was he? People say he's Jewish. So
And
what's
Muslim,
the
this is submit to Allah. So if you're submitting to the religion as of what a prophet has been revealed to, then you're Muslim. You know, if you're following the true religion of Musa.
So his ethnicity was Jewish?
Yeah, that's his tribe, yeah.
That's his tribe for Jesus, but Jesus was one.
The children of Israel.
That's I think that's more appropriate, right?
Because it passes through the mother, and Mary was from
Yeah,
the
so,
Israeli descent.
So we would say Jesus was from Beni Israel, from the children of Israel, and he was one who submitted to the will of the Creator because he said, "Not my will be done, but God's will." So he was a Muslim, and you made the testimony of faith that God's will be done.
Yeah.
There's no God, the affirmation. The negation, then the affirmation that there's nothing worthy of worship so the Creator of the heavens and earth, and Muhammad is the messenger. You became Muslim. Why did you accept Islam?
Oh, okay. There's a long story, this one, but basically.
The short story is the Shahada.
Yeah, the short story. I became Muslim now. Joking, but I used to hate Muslims.
You were one of those.
Yeah.
You hated Muslims.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean, people
not because of my mother.
Yeah.
Ironically, it's through my father. But my father's changed his views now
Yeah.
from me becoming Muslim. But
so hate turned into love, huh?
yeah, basically, I used to be very harsh to this Muslim kid in high school because he used to criticize Christianity. But then I felt bad. So then he gave me some books to read. I took them home, and my mother would ask me about these books, and she was interested in these books more than I was. I was just taking it for the sake of just asking for forgiveness for this Muslim kid because I felt a bit bad for treating him wrongly. So my mum started reading into Islam, and then she took a liking to Islam.
So your mom first took a liking into it.
Yeah, I wasn't interested.
You weren't interested.
I wasn't interested.
You were hating the Muslim. You were anti-Muslim.
Yeah. Funny thing is, I did have a Muslim friend in primary school. And I remember asking my dad if I could go around for lunch and have dinner. My dad said, no, stay away from these Muslims. They're terrorists, look at Bin Laden, etc., etc. So I always had this negative view of Muslims going up into high school because I kind of trusted my dad. It's just instinct from a child. So sadly, my mother passed away. So I trusted my mother a lot. So I trusted her judgment. So I kind of went into looking into Islam with an open heart. So that's when I started reading this same material. I started to read this material seriously, and that's when I actually decided to become Muslim.
So that's to opening your mind, studying it, and because you were continuing with your mother's work, she was looking into. She was very interested.
She actually came to the conclusion that she didn't believe Jesus, because she was raised a Christian. It's just an ethnicity Jewish thing. So she came to the conclusion that she didn't believe Jesus was the Son of God or had no divinity. She believed that he didn't have any divinity.
We as Muslims believe he was sent by God as a messenger of God, delivering the pure monotheism of God. So last thing I want to ask you is, what advice do you have for others who hate Muslims, they hate Islam, they have all sorts of opinions like you had. What advice do you have for them?
Well, the first thing I'd like to note is that hating Islam is a big business for making money. So whenever there's an opportunity to make money, it's going to be out there. So what I would say is, don't take the first initial, the first perception from these articles, the news and whatsoever. I would ask Muslims themselves about it. And see what they have to say.
That's deep. Thank you, guys. So we got John Fontaine. He did the same thing. He had an open heart. He prayed to the Creator directly, asked for guidance, looked into Islam. He's a Muslim. He's one who submitted to the will of God. Same thing. Did the same thing. Hated Islam. Now he loves Islam. Loves Islam. Loves submission to the will of God. You can be there too.
And
ask the Creator to guide you.
And we also love the Deen
We
show.
love that.
Go ahead. Let's finish with that.
This is the Deen show.
All right, guys. Peace be with you. Assalamu alaikum.